This is a CBS 11 News First Alert Weather Day update.
Good afternoon. I'm meteorologist Brittany Rainey, and we are tracking an Arctic front moving through North Texas. Our temperatures are already plunging behind it. If you've stepped outside in the past couple of minutes, you definitely know that cold air is in place. And we're also seeing some flurries and even snow throughout parts of North Texas, especially around Tarrant County. When I drove in about an hour ago, it was pretty decent snowfall. We're not seeing it stick, maybe a little bit on the grassy surfaces, but it's not going to impact your travel. And we're already starting to see this snow tapering off from west to east. But around Aledo, you guys saw some decent snowflakes out there. And then on the west side of Fort Worth, we also had some of that decent snowfall, but it is starting to come to an end. Even over into Dallas County, we're still getting some of those snowflakes. And even earlier did have a little bit of lake effect snow down towards the Coppell area. You guys are likely seeing a little bit of that lake effect there. But even though the snow is going to be tapering off, that cold, it's sticking with us. And it's really going to be the coldest as we head into Friday morning. So that front will continue to move across the state. Temperatures have already been tumbling down to the teens. We're looking at wind chills below zero. We have a wind advisory with winds gusting to 45 miles an hour. We also have a wind chill advisory and a hard freeze warning. So we have a lot of winter advisories in place for North Texas as we head to Friday because it's going to be so cold out there. So this is us. This was us at midnight. We were around 38 degrees in Fort Worth, a 42 in Dallas. And then through about 8 a.m., we stayed pretty nice. And then here came that cold air. Look at this, down to 13 degrees in Bowie, 14 in Graham just before 9 a.m. That cold air continuing to plunge in across the state. So 17 in Fort Worth by noon, 20 in Dallas, and our feels like temperatures are even colder because those northwesterly winds are so strong. It actually feels closer to below zero, 1 below in Fort Worth, 2 below in Denton, 5 below in Bridgeport, even 10 below in Wichita Falls and Bowie. So this is dangerous cold that you need to minimize your time outdoors and definitely dress in layers, cover up any of that exposed skin if you are going to be outside. But looking out to the east, where that cold air hasn't quite settled in just yet, we're seeing about 22 degrees in Tyler, 20 in Athens. So those temperatures are starting to drop off, but they're really going to continue to drop off over the next couple of hours. So because we are seeing those dangerous wind chills, that's why we have the wind chill advisory for all of North Texas. We even have those concerns for hypothermia, and we're going to continue to see these feels like temperatures below zero as we head into the afternoon hours, even until tomorrow morning. And that's where we're going to see the coldest actual air temperatures in place when you wake up tomorrow morning. Those feels like will still be about 5 below, and then tomorrow afternoon our temperatures only going to reach the 20s, and we'll still have breezy winds, not quite as strong as what we're experiencing right now, but it's still going to make us feel like the teens all day on Friday. So look at these current wind gusts, 44 miles an hour in Denton, 43 in Mineral Wells, around 37 to 38 mile per hour wind gusts in Fort Worth and Dallas, and then the sustained winds are 25 miles an hour. So this is brutal cold that is moving into our area. And because our winds are going to remain strong, we still have that wind advisory through 8 o'clock tonight for those wind gusts up to 45 miles an hour. Now it's still going to be breezy on Friday, but our wind gusts are going to start to taper off. So today is when we're looking at them 40 to 45 miles an hour. As we wake up tomorrow morning, wind gusts are closer to about 20 to 25 miles an hour, and then they really start to taper off as we head into Saturday morning. But it is still going to be very cold because our actual air temperature will be colder out there. So traveling today, you're really going to need both hands on the steering wheel. You are going to feel that wind, and with some of that snow moving through, drops visibility just a little bit. I mean, you can definitely still drive out there, and we're not seeing those impacts on the roadways, just maybe a dusting on some of the elevated surfaces. But you definitely want to brace yourself for that cold. Today, we had those temperatures tumbling. They started off around 40 degrees around midnight. Tomorrow, look at this, we're only around 25 degrees for the high temperature. But those morning wind chills, they are going to be below zero. We also have a hard freeze warning in effect from 6 p.m. today until 9 a.m. tomorrow morning because we are looking at those dangerously cold temperatures. So possible damage to unprotected outdoor plumbing. You are definitely going to want to leave your cabinets open inside. Keep that indoor air temperature at about 68 degrees and drip those faucets as well. And keep the 4 P's in mind. People, check on elderly or anybody that you know that needs some assistance. They're probably going going to need assistance through this cold. Those pets, definitely bundle them up and bring them inside. You cannot leave them outdoors in conditions like this. Plants are going to want to bring those inside or cover them up. And as we just talked about, those pipes, you're also going to want to take precautions so that you don't have your pipes freezing overnight. But look at tomorrow's actual air temperature, only 11 degrees, 25, and that's why we've extended that first alert weather day into your Friday. As we head into Christmas Eve, though, we're back to 34 degrees. Sunshine is back. And then for Christmas Day, 42 in the afternoon. We start off in the 20s, then we're back into the 50s and 60s through next week.
This has been a CBS 11 News First Alert Weather Day update.